if I know as much about periods as I should.
How do I explain this?
It happens once a month.
I know that it is a thing that happens to the majority of women once a month.
That they happen every month?
I know that girls get them once a month.
It happens once a month.
They happen once a month.
They happen about every month.
That it happens every month, usually.
So every month my body was like, you ready to make a baby? And then it's like, oh snap, there's nothing in here to make a baby with. And it's like, I'm gonna get rid of this egg and push it out.
Where eggs leave their body.
It involves the shedding of the lining of the uterus.
When an egg is fertilized every month.
It's the shedding of the uterine wall, and at the end of every ovarian egg cycle, I guess.
It's when the uterine lining has accumulated, and when the egg is released, if it's unfertilized, the uterine lining will shed with the egg.
And it means that I'm not pregnant.
And they can last up to like a week, I think.
And make you hurt for like a week.
There's some bad side effects, such as cramps, headaches, bloating, mood swings.
Period is something natural to every woman.
Some are really heavy, some are really light.
That's about it.
I paid attention in high school, biology classes.
I mean, you can use tampons and pads, menstrual cups.
Sanitary napkins and tampons are frequently used. Also, menstrual cups are an option that are increasingly popular in developing countries. And then recently I've heard of free bleeding, which is my understanding is usually used in conjunction with specialized underwear.
The reusable ones I know now. What else? They're the weird ones where you actually, with the string, that I just don't like the idea at all.
You can use pads or tampons or both.
Very few, only ones that are marketed, I guess, I don't know.
Always infinity pads.
Pads.
Tampons, oh my god, tampons are lifesavers.
Nowadays I like to use a pad when it's lighter. And then I have to switch to tampons when it gets too heavy.
The breast pads? Tampons. Tampons. Doesn't matter what brand.
$5?
I can imagine them being like 25, like or 20.
About $12, I don't know.
They usually cost around $5 in this area.
Not much.
I don't know what that is.
Horror stories about them, that they're just like, they're okay.
Menstrual cups come in a variety of synthetic materials.
I know that supposedly they're better for you than tampons and pads.
Yeah, I know that it's just like a cup that you stick in you.
I know that it is a cup that goes inside you.
They come in different sizes, but you insert it on your period. You usually can keep it in for upwards of 12 hours. You remove the cup, there's typically a hook, and you empty the cup and then reinsert.
It's like a cup you can put in there and you bleed and you can pull it out after however long, a certain time, and you pour it out and you can put it back in.
Like it catches menstrual fluid.
You dump it out when it's full and you just shove it back in there. The cleaning process is just not fun. And you boil it to clean it, which is disgusting.
In between menstrual cycles, though, you are supposed to boil the cup to sanitize it.
I don't know what free bleeding refers to. Giving away your blood. I don't know.
I haven't heard that term before, to be honest. I assume that it means bleeding. Like maybe just like whenever. I'm just gonna guess, like kind of bleeding randomly.
I think some women do it to make a statement. It's just where they don't wear any padding or tampons or anything and just free bleed.
I think that's a movement that encourages like not using feminine products, is that right?
Free bleeding is a recent push that sort of goes against the notion of using foreign products to approach menstrual issues.
I don't think anything for them not to happen.
Something that comes to mind, like right now they've done a pretty good job.
Accessibility and cost.
Take away the pink tax.
I would make tampons cheaper. They're like a ridiculous price.
Well, first of all, the pads should be like cost less, or like I don't know, because it happens to like every woman, so like it's natural, and like having the price that high is kind of like benefiting off something that everybody does.
Probably the cost to women.
Well, can we go back to that whole thing where they considered it to be like a luxury, so it had that extra tax on all the products?
I would like tampons and pads to be cheaper.
Commercials that advertise being on your period is, oh my God, it's like when I have this certain product, I'm just so light and free, and it's like it always is. It's like, no, that's kind of bullshit. Being on your period's like not fun.
Change the safety of products, because I feel that certain things like bleaching that are used with tampons to make them more pure white aren't safe for women.
According to Women's Health, the government site, menstruation is a woman's monthly bleeding. When the egg sheds from the uterus, if it's not fertilized by sperm, it causes a period. A box of 50 tampons usually costs between $6 and $10. It's also different because the count depends on the size. So you're not gonna buy a 50 pack of overnight pads for $6 and a pack of regular pads for $6 at 50 count. It's gonna be $6 for 50 regulars and $6 for 36 overnights. It's menstrual cups, and I'm getting all of this information off the Diva Cup website, although there is a variety of other brands to use. I know CVS has one called the Soft Cup, and it's only $10, which actually is almost about the cost of a box of tampons, except it's reusable and you can wear it for longer. But the most information I can find on it is from the Diva Cup site. So when you use a menstrual cup, this is instead of tampons or pads. It's just another type of thing it's another alternative to traditional feminine products. The way you use them is it's a silicone cup, at least the Diva Cup is. You fold it, you push the two sides together, then you fold it in half, and then you just insert it. You have to give it a full 360-degree rotation so that it forms the seal so no blood gets out. Squeeze it, and then that will remove the seal, and then you just pull it out and dump the contents into the toilet. It needs to be rinsed out twice a day, and you can leave it in for up to 12 hours to be boiled or have some type of cleaning process. There is a Diva Cup specific soap that you can use on it that's like unscented, but you can also just use a regular unscented soap too. It came out in the 1970s, and they're gaining more popularity currently in the US, especially with more and more women finding out that tampons and pads aren't exactly good for the environment. First of all, there's a lot of, with tampons, usually you're using a plastic applicator, and then the plastic just goes to the landfills because you can't flush it. Pads also just add to the waste. And both of these products are typically bleached unless you're buying organic, and the bleach is not, your body absorbs that from tampons more than pads, but really from both products. And that's, some people say it's fine because you only use it for so little. However, there is some people that say it's not good for you at all. So it really is up to the individual user and what you want to do. Another thing women are trying now, instead of pads and tampons, especially because the pad and tampon tax that a lot of countries and states have, is free bleeding. It's a protest against society, and some people are using it as a protest against the taxes. The form of free bleeding is free bleeding with special period panties. Brand Thinks, and you can find it at shethinks.com, is a period panty that actually gives a pair to someone in a country that has not so good access to feminine products. They hold up to 2 tampons worth of liquid. The Thinks website says, Thinks definitely eliminates the need for panty liners and will make a great backup to your tampon or menstrual cup. Some people choose to wear them on their own as a replacement, but it's up to how your flow is. So if you're chilling at home, maybe it's okay to use it because you can just go change your underwear after you have in that amount of time that you would use 2 tampons, but maybe not so good for a day at work on the second day of your period when it's typically heavy.